What is up, everybody? We are back for another installation of T4C. Thanks for coming. I'm your host, Dan Corbin, for today. We got a special guest with us today. So obviously you don't see the gang is not here. But we got a special guest, like I said, Mr. Mike Ockimey. He's a recent graduate from Delaware Valley University, scholar athlete, all conference player. He was a GOAT up there.
Okay.
He was a GOAT. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Wanted to pay dues and respect to be here, and can't wait for have a good podcast today.
Oh, awesome. All right, so being that you're a football guy, I'm a football guy. Y'all already know. We're going to start with football today. So, obviously, we're recording on Sunday, so we can't really talk about the Week 4 games because right now they're going on. So we're going to go to Week 5. So to start us off, we got the Buccaneers with the GOAT Tom Brady. Yes, I said it. The GOAT Tom Brady versus the newly refurbished Chicago Bears with Nick Foles. You remember Nick Foles, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think? Do you think they got it? Who do you think is going to win that game? Is it Chicago or is it the Buccaneers?
Foles versus Brady again. I'm going to take the Bucks.
I'm going
to take the Bucks. 24-23.
24-23?
24-23.
Wow. Okay. I'm thinking. I think I'm going to take the Bears. Only because I feel like Nick Foles has that Nick Foles has that spark that literally the Chicago Bears needed. That's all they needed was Nick Foles. They needed a quarterback other than Mitch Trubisky. Like I said last week, Mitch Trubisky was gonna do what he's gonna do and poop the bed.
Flashback.
Yeah, I'm wondering, are you going to start Michael Trubisky over him?
I don't know.
I think
This will be the week.
That's what I said.
This will be the week you start him, and then he just literally poops the bed.
No, but this is the week that you start Michael Trubisky. If there was ever a week that you start Michael Trubisky over Drew Brees,
it is this week. Yeah, I know.
It is this week.
24 hours later. One week later.
And then it was over. And what'd he do? He pooped the bed and got sick. So I think I'm gonna give it to the Bears. But we just gonna go real quick through these joints. It's a lot of games.
I know.
So
that's Thursday night, right?
Yep, Thursday night. Finally, by the way, we got a good game on Thursday.
We do.
Like something that I'm going, you know what, I'm gonna turn the channel and watch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So next we got the Bills and the Titans. Who you got, man?
I'll go with Titans.
Titans?
Yeah, I'll go Titans.
I'm going with the Bills only because I got them on my fantasy team. I got the defense. They better do something.
Can they stop the run?
That's gonna be a question that we're gonna find out. But I really even though Ryan Tannehill is playing phenomenal since he's left Miami, I think they're gonna have an answer to that. So Derrick Henry's gonna have to be the horse that leads this team to victory. So
I think it goes with this is a rematch of playoffs of last year, right?
Yes.
This is a rematch.
I believe. Is it? No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I think the Titans played.
Oh, the Bills played the Texans.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
the Bills played the Texans.
Yeah.
I think the Titans played the. Was it the Baltimore Ravens?
Patriots, Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then
the Chiefs in the AFC. Yep. Crazy.
That was quite a team. That was a team.
That was
Coach of the Year. That was Coach of the Year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So, but I'm still sticking with the Bills.
Okay.
All right, battle of the AFC South. We got the Jaguars versus the Texans. I'm gonna go with the Texans. There is no way on God's green earth that this man, Deshaun Watson's going to go 0-4 or 1-4 or whatever. However the game he plays today works out. There's no way. I think I don't see them losing that game.
I think the Texans, of course. I think the Texans again, a 35-20 game, 35-20. I think it's going to be high scoring.
High score?
Yep.
You have that much faith in Gardner Minshew?
I think they're going to be jacking up fourth quarter points, though.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Fourth quarter points.
Okay. So now we got. I don't even know how I'm saying this game. The Bengals. I'm being partial. The Bengals versus the Ravens.
Divisional game. Divisional. Ravens, of course. Of course. Rookie quarterback
Yeah.
going into a hostile environment.
Very.
I mean,
Very.
I can take the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm
Double-digit
taking the
touchdowns.
Ravens. Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. I'm not even going to say nothing. Lamar Jackson. That's it. That's it. Hollywood Brown. That's it. Mark Ingram. That's it. So, next we got the Panthers versus the Falcons. I think this is going to be a good game because you got Teddy Bridgewater, who has a lot. I wouldn't say he has a lot to prove, but he's in a good spot. And then you got the Falcons, who I can't even trust them with a 30-point lead. They'll be like the wind and just blow it away. So, who you got, man?
All right, Carolina. Carolina. Sorry for it. Carolina.
Yeah, man. See, I really want to pick the Falcons. I really do. I just can't trust their defense because I wouldn't even say it's their offense that gives up, like that just can't score and all that. I think it's just the defense. Like if the team is blowing somebody out by 20 points, the offense is doing well. The defense has to keep them at bay.
Yep.
And I cannot trust the Falcons defense. And this is a defense where a couple years ago they were a pretty good defense. But screw it. I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. I only because of Calvin Ridley, man. Calvin Ridley is a baller. He's a number 2 receiver that you really want. He could definitely be a number 1 receiver on a given team. Hence the Eagles, any team in the NFC East, he could be a number 1.
Okay.
Now we got the Raiders versus the Chiefs. That's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be a good game.
Is it Raiders at the Chiefs or Chiefs at Raiders?
It doesn't even matter.
All right.
It doesn't even matter, bro. You know how Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I mean, well, in fact, we can see it's at Chiefs.
The Chiefs then.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I was gonna go with the upset with Raiders if they were playing in Vegas because when they play in Vegas, I think they play tough. Like
they do.
But Aaron Arrowhead, going with the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
31-20. 31-20.
31-20?
Yeah, I think they're going to pull away.
If I could give them a score, I'd say 35-28.
Okay.
35-28.
It's a lot of points.
Actually,
Vegas
I wouldn't even
score.
say 21. 21.
Okay.
35-21.
Okay.
They'll probably put up a good fight until like the fourth quarter. Then that's when they'll probably get that one stop. The Chiefs, because the Chiefs defense is very underrated.
Underrated, yeah.
So they'll probably get that one stop that they needed, and then boom, it's a wrap. All right. Next we got the Cardinals versus the Jets. I mean, anything can happen. We know this from football. Anything can happen on any given Sunday, but I've got to go with the Cardinals.
I have no Cardinals too.
Yeah, they're not. Sam Darnold, I feel bad for him. Shout out to all my Jets fans out there. Shane, Mike Ammo, Brian, all y'all. I feel so bad for y'all and Sam Darnold. But yeah, I'm sorry, but I gotta go with Cardinals. I don't think anybody on that team can stop Kyler.
Y'all stole Denzel Mims for us. That's what we think. We needed another receiver. Jets fans.
Well, speaking of your team, next week is going to be the battle of the PA. First off, I know a lot of y'all know that I usually say Philly's not in PA, but I will make an exception right here. Battle of the PA teams. We got Steelers versus the Eagles. I'm going with Pittsburgh, man. My bad. Blitzburg Steelers. What you got, man? And so listen. It's okay to choose against your team. My homie last week did it. He said the Bengals was going to win, but y'all tied. So it's okay.
It depends who shows up for the Eagles. It depends who shows up.
Okay.
We can't run the ball on them. They know that. We can't run on them. So I guess Wentz has to throw it 50 times, 50 to 60. So I'm going with the Steelers.
See, I don't like that, man. I just don't like when he like I get it's a passing league, but I don't like I don't like my quarterbacks throwing like 50 times a game. I like them throwing at most I want to say 35. 35 is fine. That's still a little high, but that's fine. Anyway, we got LA Rams versus Washington. You know what? I'm gonna go out and say it. I got the Washington football team upsetting the Rams. That defensive line is something vicious, man.
They can't keep up with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods in those balls. They can't keep up.
That offensive
Ronald
line.
Darby is Ronald Darby keeping up with Cooper Kupp? I don't think so. I'm going with the Rams.
But here's the thing. I don't think they need to keep up. I think they need to get pressure.
They do.
If that D line gets pressure with first off, they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to establish the run.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch Jared Goff. If you watch Jared Goff, you watch his game. He dwells off of a lot of play action.
Yes, he does.
He does a lot of that's his bread and butter. Mm-hmm. But in order to have a successful play action, you have to establish a run. Mm-hmm. Unless they establish the run, that play action is dead. Mm-hmm. So you might as well not even run it. And then on top of that, I don't think, me personally, I don't think Jared Goff can throw them into a win. I honestly don't think that. Cooper Kupp is a good wide receiver. He got good wide receivers around him. He has Woods, Cooper Kupp. He has Tyler Higbee as his tight end. So he has go-to players that he can go to. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, is he going to be able to have enough time to throw the ball? So
Washington's front seven is phenomenal.
It's crazy.
They're phenomenal. They're built for the future.
And best thing, exactly. And the best thing is they're young. Yep. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with you say Rams. I'm going with Washington, but I think that's gonna be a good game.
It is.
Next game we got Dolphins versus 49ers. Who you got?
I'll go with 49ers.
49ers?
I think Garoppolo will be back by that time. Okay. I think he'll be back. I guess they'll get their weapons. Him and Kittle's going to have that connection again. Some of the defensive guys are done. You know, Bosa and Solomon, I think Solomon. But they're going to let up some points, but I think 49ers are going to blow them out. I don't say blow them out, but I think it's going to be a 49ers win.
Okay. I'm actually going to go the opposite way. I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins. The Dolphins have nothing to lose. There's a saying that the most dangerous person is the one that has nothing to lose. I'm paraphrasing, by the way, but that team has nothing to lose. There are people are already talking about tank, or why you're not starting to it, or why are you not doing this? Well, I wouldn't say they're talking about tanking, but they're not talking about playoffs with them. When you think of playoff teams, you're not thinking of Miami. You're still thinking that in that division, either the Bills or the Patriots are going to win that. So Miami is not. It's an afterthought. They're going up against a team who was in that Super Bowl last year, who's a favorite to go to the playoffs, who's already banged up. And you said Jimmy Garoppolo may be coming back next week, but they're also missing Moister. I don't know if
he might come back.
Mostert might come back. I don't know if or not.
Uh-huh.
But the Dolphins, I think they have a good chance with, and I like to call him Ryan Fitzmagic or Ryan Fitztragic, because we don't know which Ryan we're going to get. Now, if we get a good Ryan who just plays his game, doesn't think too much, does what he does, I think it's going to be I wouldn't say a shootout, but I think the Dolphins will have a clear edge. But if this man throws one pick, bro, it's over.
One pick.
One pick. It all it takes is one pick. He go.
What about fumble? One fumble too?
Fumble? Nah.
Okay.
You know, it's less of his control. You know.
Right.
You could get back from a fumble, but a
Okay.
pick it messes with your mind a little bit, especially with a quarterback.
Okay.
So but we'll see. I'm going with Dolphins. I think they're going to upset them.
Okay.
All right. Next, battle of the NFC least. Yes, the least. Giants, Cowboys. I'm going with. This is going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. I'm going with the Cowboys.
I'm going with Cowboys too. Giants play them tough every year. I think they play them tough. Could be a field goal game. Could be a game-winning field goal.
I agree.
So, I think Cowboys.
I agree. All right. Broncos, Patriots. Who we got?
I'll take Patriots.
Patriots.
I'll take Patriots.
Yeah, I'd say Patriots. That I think next week will be the week Cam comes back. Yeah, for those who don't know, he has COVID. He tested positive for COVID-19. I think if he passes those test results and all the test exams, I think he will be. Well, I know he'll be able to play, and I think he should be back by the Patriots. Colts and the Browns. You know who I'm going with. You already know who I'm going with.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say it. Colts too. I think the Colts are going to go into Cleveland and beat them. I think they're going to. Nick Chubb is going to get his runs, his yards.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is going to get his yards.
He's a beast.
But I think if when it comes down in the fourth quarter, it's going to be like a 17-17 game. I think Baker's going to. He may fold under pressure. If it comes down to fourth quarter, I think Phillip Rivers can get the job done.
I think now. I agree with you. However, I'm gonna go on a limb to say this. I sincerely hope. First off, we need to establish the runs. It's that simple. I don't feel comfortable with Phillip Rivers going into a gun shootout against Baker Mayfield. Yes, both of them are turnover machines.
Yes.
But at least Baker has one thing that Phillip Rivers doesn't. The ability to use his legs. He can extend plays. He's very underrated in that. But he can extend plays, extend drives with his legs. Phillip Rivers cannot. And when you look at both of our teams, they're kind of similar a little bit. Like if you look at, they're similar in some ways. Like they got Nick Chubb and they got an established run game. I think Nick Chubb is number 1 in yards per carry this year.
And they do got a 1-2 punch with Kareem Hunt
exactly.
too. They got a 1-2 punch. Yeah.
And we also have we kind of have a 1-2 punch with Naeem Hines, and then we have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
But we did have
Marlon
Mack, but he's out for the whole year with a torn Achilles, I believe, which is tragic, especially for a running back, man. That's tragic.
And he's young too.
And he's young. So
hope for a speedy recovery for you, man.
I hope so too, man. I hope they don't do you. I hope my Colts don't do you like they did Peyton. I hope they don't. But I don't know with Jim Hurst. Anyway, but like I'm saying, I just feel comfortable with them running the ball and establishing in play action and obviously getting some passes off. But they need to establish the run. If we do not establish the run, we will not win that game. If we go into a gun shootout with that team, we will not win that game. I'm just putting it down there. But I still got my Colts, and I got us winning by 3.
Okay.
Next, we got the Vikings and the Seahawks. I don't know what I honestly don't know what type of quarterback we're gonna get out of Kirk Cousins. Are we gonna get the you like that, or are we gonna get just Kirk Cousins 3 picks, 1 touchdown, a fumble, and a 20-point loss? Like I don't know what we're gonna get.
I think Kirk, what he has to do, they have to control the game clock against Seattle. You got to control the game clock. As many times you want to throw the ball, hand it off to Dalvin. You know, 2nd and 1, hand it off to Dalvin.
Yes.
Hand it off to him. Hand it off to him. Hand it off to him. He should at least get this game 30 touches, over 30 too.
Absolutely.
I think he should for them to win the game. If he doesn't, Seattle wins by 7. Yeah, Seattle wins by 7.
I'll even go on a limb and say they win by 14. Seattle is a high-powered offense. They have 2 number 1 receivers on their team. If DK Metcalf is not doing his part, you got Tyler Lockett.
Yep.
Vice versa.
So, but I think that if they control the clock and keep them off the field, make it a close game as much as they can. Dalvin, I think if Dalvin Cook gets his yards, and I think he will, I think he will, because he's a tough runner. He's a tough runner. He bounces off tackles.
And he's fast.
Runner.
He's very fast.
So then that sets up the play action, get a first down, keep the clock going. As long as they keep the clock going, I give them some type of competitiveness. You know, I give them some competition a little bit, but I think Seattle pulls through with 24-21. No.
Now this is Seattle you're talking about, right?
32, 20, 24. 32, 24. Yeah. I can see that score.
I got them winning by at least a touchdown. I got Seattle winning.
Yeah.
But you everything you said is absolutely right. Kirk Cousins has to they have to find a way to feed I'm sorry about that. They have to find a way to feed Dalvin Cook. You saw with Dallas fed Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott was putting up numbers against Seattle. Seattle does not have a good defense. You need to establish the run. So
keep it a ball game. Keep it a ball game. Yep.
You're right. That's the
Wilson
only way.
off the field as much as you can. So again, Seattle's going to win, but in order for a Vikings pick, they got to control the clock.
And one more thing before we go to our last game, but I also the Vikings have to contain Russell Wilson. They cannot let him extend plays. They cannot let him get out there. Even though it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but you have to. You have to. Because that man is known for he's not a Lamar Jackson guy where he's going to run and get you a highlight play. But those little 10 yards that he rushes for when he has nobody open, those hurt.
Yeah.
Those hurt. So, and those set up big plays because now the linebackers are like, okay, hurt. So for Russell Wilson, just in case my defensive end gets beat or his outside shoulder is not free. So
spot on, yeah.
It's going to be a tough one. I think that's going to be a good game, and it's a Sunday night game, so I think it's going to be a good game. And last but not least, the Chargers and the Saints. This is going to be, I wouldn't say a shootout, but this is going to be a close game.
In New Orleans or in San Diego?
New Orleans.
Oh, I take New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
I think Michael Thomas comes back. Yeah. So, but he hasn't really been. I mean, the problem is, will he get the ball to Michael Thomas? That's the thing. Because if he hasn't found success in getting Emmanuel Sanders, right? He's gotten catches, but he hasn't really gotten him involved in the offense like the Saints really saw him potential for him to be. So I think Emmanuel Sanders, I think they need to establish that. Drew Brees needs to establish that, and once he establishes that, that leaves Michael Thomas open. So
I think on the opposite side, their defense is going to go up.
Yeah.
I think you got a rookie quarterback coming in your house. You got to put pressure on him.
You got to.
And again, you got Keenan Allen out there. You got Hunter Henry,
Eckler.
You got good talented squad, and hopefully the rookie can overcome that. Sometimes some drives you're going to see blitzes in your face. They're going to see an all-out blitz and play and show up man to you. They think that can you throw a quick slant? Can you throw that when we got people in your face? So again, I think New Orleans. I think New Orleans 30, 34, 27. 34-27.
Okay. 34-27.
Yeah.
I got it 28-21, New Orleans.
Okay.
It's going to be a good one. But that's all the games for next week. So we got some good games. We got a few good games in there.
Yeah.
A couple of divisional games that are going to show who's really running that division or not.
Overtime. I see a lot of overtime.
Overtime, I think so.
I see a lot of overtimes on all week 5. I see a lot of overtime.
I see it. So I see we're just promised great football that week.
We are.
So let us know in the comment section who you think is going to win week 5. Who you think is going to get an upset. Who do you think is just going to stand out and just play really well? Again, let us know in the comment section. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and comment on all of our social media platforms. We got Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, IG. For those who don't know, Instagram, Facebook. We do it all. YouTube. We do it all. So, like I said, like, subscribe, and follow. Stay tuned. We'll be back for another segment. We're going to take a break, and let's get right.